Hi, my name is David Kane. I'm a staff attorney at the Western Center, and I have the pleasure today of introducing the phenomenal Hope Nakamura. Hope is our honoree this year for our Mary Burdick Advocates Award. Hope is simply an exemplary partner of the Western Center. Here's how. Since starting in the mid-90s, Hope has co-counseled with us on several challenges to how the state and counties count income for people to qualify for cash aid. When there have been barriers erected to stop people from getting the benefits they need simply to thrive, Hope has been there to break down those barriers so that people can access the benefits they need. And she continues to work with us to plug those holes and make those fixes for everybody in California. And beyond these litigation accomplishments, Hope continues to help more than just her clients. She also helps her colleagues and all Californians. We asked some of Hope's colleagues, some of her newest colleagues, and some of her longest serving colleagues, tell us about Hope. Here's what one of her newest colleagues had to say. Hope is an incredible, kind, and patient mentor to young attorneys just starting their careers. One of Hope's longest serving colleagues had this to say. She is one of the best and most dedicated advocates for social justice that I have ever had the privilege of working with. She has exceptionally high professional standards for herself and those who work with her, and there are literally hundreds of young attorneys whom she has trained who owe their skills and work ethic to her mentoring. Most recently, Hope has led the way in challenges to the Trump administration's anti-immigrant public charge rule. This rule seeks to discourage immigrants and their families from participating in health, food, and housing programs. Hope has done this as a plaintiff, Legal Aid Society of San Mateo County and La Clinica versus Trump, and as a diligent leader in developing educational materials that will help people navigate this complex new rule. KeepYourBenefitsCA.org exists thanks to Hope and is the only easy and community-friendly way to find out if the public charge rule applies to you. This is a groundbreaking tool that is limitless in its utility. One of Hope's colleagues had to say about Hope's efforts on these public charge initiatives. Hope has won the gratitude of our local immigrant communities, county government officials, and other advocates for her efforts, her knowledge, and her ability to translate difficult concepts into understandable guidelines. Hope, thank you for this and everything else you do in your life, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dick Rothschild and the Western Center on Law and Poverty for this honor. I'm humbled to be in the company of past recipients and have long admired Mary Burdick, for whom this award is named. Those of us die-hard legal services attorneys share her belief that poor people's lawyers should be able to give them the full range of high-quality legal services that people with money are able to buy and that corporations have in their counsel. That means not only having well-qualified attorneys who directly represent low-income families and individuals, but also supporting backup centers like the Western Center, whose attorneys and advocates strive to ensure that we are also fighting against systemic barriers to basic needs like healthcare, food, and dignity. Over the years, I've benefited from trainings, their health and welfare task force meetings, and their co-counseling on cases, ranging from general assistance for homeless clients when I was a young attorney to our most recent case involving the cash assistance program for immigrants who are seniors or disabled. Many cases are complex and require understanding the intersection of federal and state laws and regulations or parsing out legislative intent. Co-counseling with the Western Center has helped make me a better lawyer, which in turn has helped me to be a better advocate for the disenfranchised in our county, as well as in other communities across the state. Over the past decade, we have seen a tremendous rise in income inequality. According to the Pew Research Center, from 1983 to 2016, the share of aggregate wealth going to upper-income families increased from 60 to 79%. Meanwhile, the share held by middle-income families have fallen from 32% to 17%, leaving lower-income families with only 4% of aggregate wealth in 2016. Like the Black Lives Matter movement, which challenges us to shake off our indifference to racial inequality, we should use this moment of social and economic instability to reassess our presumptions about poverty and commit to reducing the disparity between the haves and the have-nots. Western Center remains at the forefront of trying to address this inequity. They play a vital role in litigation and legislative and administrative advocacy to increase healthcare, housing, and public benefits for people living in poverty. Like many in the nonprofit world, staff at the Western Center could have taken more lucrative jobs, but Western Center advocates I have had the privilege to work with see the importance of their work and use their expertise to raise the standard of living for families and individuals who have the least resources. In recognition of their contribution, I hope you use this event to make a personal donation. I would also like to thank my colleagues at the Legal Aid Society of San Mateo County and my family for their support. Thank you again for this honor.